What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be running right now in Warzone 3, along with my favorite perks that I'm running right now that you can try out for yourself and let me know how you like them. Let's get into it. So for my tactical right now, I'm usually either running a stim or I'm running smoke grenades. Smoke grenades I'll usually found off ground loot, but stims I start out with. I'm learning that stims kind of are becoming less and less relevant until you get to the end game, but then smokes are just as important there as well. So to each their own here, I'm running a little bit of both. Then I'm always running throwing knives or Simtexes, completely up to you there, but throwing knives really help preserve ammo and stuff when you're finishing your enemies. That way you're not having to shoot them and you can just use a throwing knife real quick. As far as my perk packages go, I'm always running Mountaineer. No matter what right now, it's too good not to run. It's too easy to push your enemies from a rooftop down, especially during end game and things like that. So Mountaineer is really, really solid. Always running double time as well. Sleight of hand you're automatically equipped with anyway, so no need to run that, but double time is so good. I have been running quick fix quite a bit. I think it's still very solid run. They took it out quite a bit, and then I ended up running primed instead, and I really ended up liking primed. It has helped in some situations, especially when I'm pushing. So either primed or quick fix here in your third slot is what I'm running here. Tempered I usually pick up off the ground loot, so that's kind of a perk you can get extra while you're in the game. Then for my fourth perk slot, I'm always running high alert. It just helps so much, especially in resurgence modes or any mode really. But if you want some better audio, flex is a really solid option as well, but I'm always running high alert. Resolute's solid as well, but really honestly solid options across the board here, but flex, high alert, or resolute are your really solid go-tos. All right, so for this first set of weapons, I'm running the Striker 9 and the Bass B. The Striker 9's a lot of fun to run. Very solid TTK, easy to control recoil. It did get a slight nerf this past update, but nothing to worry about. Then we're going with the Bass B. I know a lot of people still love the Bass B. I still love the Bass B. Very hard to control recoil when it comes to range though. I'm going to show you a different option here in just a few minutes, but yeah, the Bass B is very solid. I still recommend it, but it's harder to control at range, so you might have to add that Jack BFB muzzle on there. For that Striker 9, I'm running the Sonic Suppressor S muzzle, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the MK3 reflector sight, the Lockman MK2 stock, and the 50 round drum. Just to give you an idea how it performs here in the firing range, very solid recoil and TTK. Then for that Bass B, I am adding the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor L. If you have trouble controlling that recoil, make sure you're adding the Jack BFB muzzle. But for now, I'm running the VT7 Spiritfire, gives it a little bit more damage and bullet velocity. Then I'm running the Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel and the Bruin Venom Long Barrel, along with that 45 round mag and the Choreo Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope. Give you an idea of the TTK here in the firing range. Again, really solid short to mid range, very solid recoil control. But down at range, man, it's kind of tough to control. If you're not playing this game every day and you're not practicing, I'm not going to recommend the Bass B to you unless you're just strictly going mid-range gunfights. But again, if you're good at controlling recoil, then it's still very solid. This next set of loadouts got the MTZ762. I've been hyping this up for a long time. It's so good. High damage profile, almost as high as the TAC Evolver, which is #1 meta right now, but use what makes you comfortable, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to push your enemies, you're not going to get more kills. So for this MTZ762, I'm running the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor L muzzle, the Precision Blackthorn barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel, the 40 round mag I have glitched on here. I did save it as a blueprint, so I don't think it's possible anymore. So just run the 30 round mag. Then I'm running the Choreo Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope, but use whatever sight makes you comfortable. Show this to you guys here in the firing range here, give you an idea on TTK. It's very easy to control. Even at range, it's pretty solid to control as well. Better than the Bass B, just saying. Then for the Striker, I'm going with the Himmer's Mod Suppressor S, or you can go with the Sonic Suppressor S muzzle, completely up to you. DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the 48 round mag or the 60 round drum, whichever you prefer, but I go with 48. I'm running Slate Reflector sight on this and the Lockman MK2 light stock. Again, another very easy to control recoil SMG and high TTK, very solid. For this next set of loadouts, the SVA 545 on single fire mode, it's so good. Zero recoil, all the good stuff. VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor, the Precision Barrel, the high grain rounds, the 60 round mag, and the Choreo Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope. Again, slap this thing on single fire mode. It doesn't move. Just so fun to run and real easy to control. And I'm running this with the AMR9 with the Sonic Suppressor S muzzle, the SL Skeletal vertical grip. I like the high grain rounds here, the 50 round mag, and I'm running the MK3 reflector sight. It still has the best TTK in the game besides the Ram 9, the new Ram 9. I think it still beats it out in TTK. So this thing is still so good and very, very little recoil. Next up is the Ram 7 and the HRM9. The Ram 7 has gone down a little bit in my book, I think, but it's still, I mean, it still shreds. Absolutely. For that Ram 7, you want to go with the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor muzzle. I like the Cronin Headwind long barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel. I like this HVS 3.4 pad stock and the 60 round mag. You show these to you in the firing range here. Again, the recoil on the Ram 7 is just non-existent too. As far as like visual recoil is just non-existent. And I'm running this with the HRM9. The HRM9 is so solid. Running this with the Sonic Suppressor S muzzle, the Thorn 90 barrel, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the 50 round drum, and the folding stock. And this for the HRM9, it's got some visual recoil to it, but man, up close, you're just not losing. Next up, we have the new BP50. Very good. I love running this thing. And I've got it with the WSP Swarm. For this BP50, I'm running a VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor L muzzle, the Lore 9 heavy barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope, and the 45 round mag. Show this to you here in the firing range. It's just so good. Very little recoil, high damage. Only downside is it comes with a 45 round mag. So quads is a little tough. Just got to be smart with your ammo. Then for the WSP Swarm, I'm running the Jack BFB muzzle. This thing has just a ton of recoil as far as gun kick and stuff. So I'm running that Jack BFB muzzle with the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, slate reflector sight, and the 100 round drum. Show this to you here again in the firing range. Again, that Jack BFB really helps this thing, helps control this recoil on it. But again, man, I prefer some other SMGs over this WSP Swarm, but if you need a WSP Swarm build, this is a solid one. Next up is a little different. The Holger 26. I'm loving running this, the LMG right now. A lot of fun to run. And then I've got a strafe build BP50 that's absolutely insane. This Holger 26, we're going with the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor, the Holger Factory barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel. I like the high grain rounds with this. It already comes with a 60 round mag. We are adding the Ascent Lord stock. And again, show this to you in the firing range here, man. Not a lot of recoil at all. Really high damage, but easy to control recoil. Just really fun to run. Then for this BP50 is it's crazy good. Just watch how fast I'm strafing here. For comparison, we'll run the, we'll go with the Holger 26. Look how slow this is. And then boom, watch. Look how fast, dude. Just strafing and your enemies just can't hit you. So we're gonna go with the LHT 200 barrel, the FTAC MSP 98 hand stop underbarrel, the 45 round mag, the Moat 40 stock, and the CCG TAC tape. Another thing you can also run on this is run the Stalker perk, and this increases your strafe speed even more. It's absolutely crazy. All right, we got 4 more loadouts for you. 2 of these are bonus loadouts. Got the TAC V and the Cast Off 762. Then I've got like the #1 loadout that you can be running right now in Warzone. The fastest TTK, lowest recoil, all that good stuff. So stick around for that as well. But you're going to want this TAC V and Cast Off 762 as well. So I've been getting a lot of requests for this TAC V and for me to try it out. And so I'm going to do that. But for this TAC V, it's very solid. At least in the firing range it is. And then the Cast Off 762, love running this. If you're looking for an MW2 weapon that's very reliable, Cast Off 762 should be your go-to. For this TAC V, we're going with the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor L, the Precision 6 barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope, along with the 50 round drum. I'll show this to you guys in the firing range here. It's pretty good. It's got a little bit of a gun kick, but once it kind of gets that gun kick over with, it's pretty easy to control. But also, if you put this on single fire, you can just kind of spam it, and it's kind of nice. It's not bad at all. So try that out. Let me know how you like that one. And then for this Cast Off 762, man, the VT7 Spiritfire Suppressor L, Cast 10 584mm barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope, and the 40 round mag. This is my Bass B replacement. I think this is just better than the Bass B. It feels better right now. A lot less visual recoil is at range, just at range. Now, if you're going mid-range, Fast B is still very solid, right? This is too, but at range, this is a little bit better than the Fast B right now, in my opinion. It just feels so good. Now, for that number one loadout, you're running the Evolver and the Ram 9. So good, man. It's just, you can't beat it. So for this Evolver, we're going with the VT7 Spare Fire Suppressor L muzzle, the Chimera Rhine 03 vertical grip, the high grain rounds. I like the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope, and the Killanova stock. Again, this thing, the recoil just stops, man. It just stops. Like, it doesn't move. It shoots one bullet and then no recoil. It's just, you're just not missing with it, man. It's so good. And for the Ram 9, man, if you're up close, you are not losing with this build. You want to go with the Speedway V5 short barrel, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the high grain rounds, the 50 round mag, and I like the Recon comb here. It's got a little bit of kick when it comes to the range, but not bad. But man, up close, you're not losing with this build, dude. If you guys enjoyed these loadouts, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this or like any of these. We'll see you in the next one.